Namaste everyone. In this Kundalini yoga set, we are going to focus on the navel, which is the point below the belly button, and we're also going to focus on the liver. Okay, so we have 2 kriyas that we're going to do. So before we start, I would like you to place your hand at your 7th, 8th rib, and I want you to move across from right to left, okay? Feel your liver. Okay? So I just wanted you to get an awareness of where your liver is. Okay, so we're just going to dive in, okay, and we're going to tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Rub the hands together at the chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo, 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 Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, squeeze Mulabandha, sex organ, rectum, navel, belly button to spine, tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate. Imagine a line from the perineum all the way up the spine, all the way at the top of the head, out into the cosmos above, and down into Mother Earth, down. Exhale. Okay, so for this Kundalini yoga set, I have 3 blocks. Now, if you don't have blocks, that is a-okay. You can find other like books or something, or you can just kind of adapt. So I have these 3 blocks with me. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a interesting cat-cow. So for this particular cat-cow, I'm gonna have my feet wide, pretty wide, okay? I have my hands flat on the ground. Okay, so I'll show you at this angle. I'm going to arch my back and I'm really focused on the thyroid. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. inhale. Exhale, round the back. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have ourselves in this nice little bend, okay? So you have my feet out at an angle, very much like second position, except we have a wide second position. What I'm doing is just bouncing my legs, long deep breathing, and really open up the thyroid. So head is up. Really bounce. So again, neck is stretched, head is up. You can see my back is arched, so you can see. Long deep breathing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move side to side like a wave. Again, my thyroid is still being stretched. Other side. Rotating, working on the strength of the thighs, as well as the opening of the hips and the thyroid. Straighten the legs, drop the head. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to move your head side to side. Come on your knees. Whew. I can take in some sighs. I always like to sigh. I definitely can feel some heat in my thighs, in my hip area, as well as my thyroid. So now I'm going to grab 2 blocks. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So we're going to try 2 variations of downward facing dog. First one, we're going to have our feet on the block. So you want it to be like hip length away, okay? So find that for yourself. If you don't have a block, you can just do downward facing dog, okay? So we're going to be on a downward slope. Tuck in the chin. Bend the knees. And just move forward and back, forward and back. Long, deep breathing. Now rotate clockwise. Really stretch the fingers. rotate counterclockwise. Okay, now we're going to be in an upward slope, so I have my hands on the blocks. I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm more focused on the balls of my feet, and my chin is tucked in. And my knees are bent. Rotate clockwise. Rotate counterclockwise. Okay, now come forward, and if you can, bend over your legs. Bend your knees. You can do a little bounce. Tuck in the chin, create space in the back of the neck. Really feel vibration moving up the legs, up the back. Again, on the balls of the feet, you should feel springy, bouncy. Now, interlock the hands behind you and stretch. Okay. And we're just going to twist. Long, deep breathing. Shake the head. Side to side, shake. And now shake as a yes. Again, the knees are bent. Okay. Fold over your legs. Tuck in the chin. Okay, come down, come seated. Again, some sighs, some sighs. You should feel some energy moving. So we're on blocking the body. That's why we do variations of downward facing dog and cat-cow, because we're unblocking the potential in the body. So now that our body is energized, unblocked, unlocked, we're going to do the liver cleanse. So you are going to lay on your left side. Okay, so have your feet out. You can point your toes, so you should feel like you are a straight line. Okay, so I'm going to rest my head on my hand. I'm going to grab my right leg. I'm going to do a breath of fire, which is even exhale, inhale, exhale through the nose. So you can grab the big toe, okay? Or you can grab that, you could say the arch in the foot. So we are starting now. Really pull your leg to you. So if you're not as flexible, you can even grab the ankle, you can even grab the calf, but you want to feel flexibility in this leg. Inhale, stretch, exhale, drop the leg. So now we're gonna come into a back bend and we're going to use the 3 blocks, okay, for this back bend because we're gonna be holding the back bend for some time, 5 minutes, okay? We don't usually hold back bend for that long, but for this particular kriya, we will. So I'm going to use the blocks to kind of press up my pelvic area. So, kind of you want to be seated now. If you can't do 3 blocks, I'm going to show you what you can do. So I can just go back. So I'm going to show you kind of how I get into the pose. So I have the back of my neck pressed on the ground. So really feel this pelvic opening. Now, if you cannot come down like that, I'll show you kind of the traditional way. So you start with 1 block under your pelvic area or the base of the spine. 2 block, 3 block if you can. If you cannot, then you cannot. Kind of stack them up. So we're gonna start the 5 minutes now. So the breath is inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, inhale through the O-shaped mouth, exhale through the O-shaped mouth. So again, I kind of stay here and then I come into a full back bend and I kind of rest here if I need to. exhale, come down. Really rest on that block. Long, deep breathing. And just take one block at a time. So 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. Now, place the knees to the chest. And just do a little roll, just a little roll. Okay, now come back on your left side. Now we're gonna do the same thing, so grab the toe or the arch of the foot. I'm gonna do breath of fire through powerful O breath.
maximum volume.
Inhale Press the tongue on the upper palate, squeeze Mula Bandha. Exhale, lower the leg. Now we're gonna come standing. I'm gonna do similar to what we did in our cat-cow variation. So we're gonna be wide leg, kind of like a wide second, except our feet are gonna be parallel. So as wide as you can without falling. You're gonna grab your ankles and you're just going to. So I rest my head, the top of my head on the ground, but if you cannot, just let your head hang. And the breath we're going to do is breath through the rolled tongue. If you can do that, I cannot, or breath of fire through the tongue out. So breath of fire through the rolled tongue, or breath of fire through the tongue held out. This is a very cooling and detoxifying breath. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Ooh, you may stretch forward with this wide leg position. Long deep breathing. Arc the back. Thyroid is open. Fingers are wide, stretched long. Okay, come on your left side again. Woo, you feel it. Again, powerful breath of fire through the O-shaped mouth. Inhale, stretch, pull up, Ula Bandha, tongue on the upper palate. Exhale, lower the leg. We're gonna come seated. So, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna be seated cross-legged, and we're gonna come up without using the use of our hands, okay? So, gonna be seated, and then we're gonna recross the legs and come seated down without the use of the hands. Okay. And then recross the legs and come seated. A challenge worth taking. Long, deep breathing, or it's going to be very painful. I'm standing. Woo! Woo! Okay, the final thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have our legs wide, and we're just going to bend around. So we're not moving the hips, we're focusing on turning the organs, moving the organs. Long deep breathing. Side, down, side, back, side. So really feel pelvic opening when you go back, and really feel you folding over your legs when you come down. Other way. Again, breathe deeply. Really turn and rinse those organs clean of toxins. Your breath should be powerful. Inhale. Exhale. Come seated down. Sit on your bottom and feel the adjustment. Feel the adjustment. My hair is, it's getting wild. It's getting wild up in here. Jeko kai ka kan pai, o jane jdia mo kai, ape jane ape de, ake se bige ke, jisino bakase se basala, nanika pata sahi pata saho, nanika pata sahi pata saho. Chant, just mouth it. Mouth it. Bota karam hiana jaiva da 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 tenaktamai kete mange jora par kete yaganat nahi vichar kete kaptu te venkar kete la la mukar pai kete murak kai kai kete yaduk bukhasamar ebi da dari da dar banda kalasi banne hoy hora kanasa kakoi jeko kai akan pai o jane jdiamoy kai ape jare ape de ake se bike jisno bakase se basala nanika pata sahi pata saho nanika pata sahi pata saho. Really feel the adjustment. You've worked hard on yourself. You've created a lot of vital energy. It's all swirling in your body. Now use that to create a powerful momentum. You need momentum in order to have propulsion. We need propulsion, just like a rocket in space. We need energy to move things in a very command language, authoritative language. Now use your authoritative language to make a command, a demand, an intent that actually has credibility. Without momentum, without propulsion, an intent, it is just a simple daydream, okay? But propulsion is the energy to actually ground it, to actually apply it, okay? That intent into command, that intent into applied science, an organized science. So first we need to generate energy, we need to organize that energy, and then we can deliver it. So we are all kind of daydreaming about, I would like to organize this sort of desire and this intent, but it's all loose. It has no footing, it has no contact with the body, it has no contact with lifestyle or environment or choice or mental patterning. So this is a way for us to actually get into that physiology we require in order for us to have the generated energy to organize ourselves into that pattern, into that constellation, or that configuration that we are wanting in this particular domain. And that's being authoritative. So, feminine is about the great mystic reality, the potential. The masculine is that authoritative figure within male and female that actually has the resource, the generating energy to actually take it, that mystic reality, and applied science. Okay, so we don't want to just be daydreaming our whole life. We want to actually be in a mental patterning, a physiology patterning that actually is giving us movement, or movement is happening that is bringing us into that organized state of mind that we are wanting in this particular lifetime, whatever it may be. So we are going to chant, we all come from the goddess. So let us receive the inner goddess. Let us receive compassion, karuna, non-judgment, and set ourselves free of the patterning that does not lead us anywhere. Ground it, Gyan Mudra, face down. Goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, goddess, goddess. We all come from the goddess, goddess, goddess. We all come from the goddess, goddess. Shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flow into the ocean. Inhale. Press the hands in Venus lock here at Hara. Think of Hara as the womb of your generizing, organizing, and delivering life force. Hara, Hara, Hara. So we're just going to chant Hara, 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 Hara. So I am not moving my navel, not pumping anything. I'm just practicing the tongue, Hara, Hara. So the tongue bouncing on the roof of the mouth, okay? It creates this secretion in the pituitary gland, okay? We need that secretion. We're basically putting ourselves in a trance. Hara, 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 Hara. Inhale. Now press this Venus lock we have. We press it in the womb. If you're a woman, really focus on that womb. Focus on Hara, really squeeze into it. Mentally recite Hara, 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 Hara. Exhale, inhale. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Feel a line from the perineum all the way up the spine, out to the top of the head, and visualize a spiral like a staircase from the perineum all the way up, each layer of your being, all the way up to the crown of the head. And like a funnel, you are expanding that rotation, that spiral of energy out the top of the head into the cosmos. Exhale, inhale. Create that clockwise stairwell case, or that staircase that spiral staircase. Mentally recite, you're creating that staircase. That spiral staircase from the first chakra, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all the way out, up to the 10th gate. We call it the Holy Spirit, this white energy, our pure being, our pure essence, our true alchemist power. Let Hara be the authoritative figure that organizes, generates the energy, organizes the energy for us to come into this space to receive this pure essence and command and demand ourselves to follow. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Mentally recite. Press Hara. Press it into yourself. Go into your womb if you are a woman. Visualize that womb. Visualize it as white, pure white energy. Pure white energy. You are clean, you are clear, you are crystallized. You are your own authoritative figure. Disciplined, structured. Exhale. Okay, so now we're going to do what we call the Nabi Kriya. Now, this can be extended, it can be longer, but we're just going to do the short. And we're going to listen to Return to the Goddess, okay? But we need a strong navel, okay? We need a strong nervous system. So here we go. This also works on the sciatic nerves as well, which runs through all our organs, our feet, all the way up into the brain, very much like roots of a tree. So we're gonna lay down. I like to have a pillow underneath me, so I'll show you, and you can mimic. And we're gonna be in rhythm. So you see, kind of. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really point the foot, legs should be straight. Press the back of the neck. Press your chin into your chest so the back of the neck is long. Powerful inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now hands are up, both legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's good to have a pillow underneath. You could say the base, the tail, the base of the spine. This will help you to get stronger. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the arms, the legs up like this. Take in energy. Take it in. Deep, long, deep breathing. Okay, ease into the chest, relax. Chant. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain falling to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flow into the ocean. Inhale. Exhale. Now, inhale. You have your knees to your chest, your hands wrapped around your knees. Exhale. Arms come out to a T and legs are out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Point the toes. You should be breathing in the nose, out the nose, in the nose, out the nose. Inhale, grab the left knee, right leg comes up, inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. switch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, grab both ankles, long deep breathing. Okay, come up. Woo! Kind of you like, used to call it. We are rolling on the back. Okay, I'm gonna come standing. So come standing for the last little part. Okay. To her we shall return. Okay, so I'm gonna come to a side angle. So we're gonna stretch back. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale. Have the feet at an angle, like we are in first position. Hands are out. Long, deep breathing. Take in energy within your palms. Feel your heartbeat. Feel energy moving all throughout your body. You're energizing your system. Okay, we're going to come seated. So, we did 2 kriyas. We did liver, and we focused on the navel. So getting ourselves strong. So this is one of those sets you do, and you feel like you need to get yourself strong. We need to get our metabolism stronger. Our emotional metabolism, our physical metabolism, our mental metabolism, because out there, there's a lot of excess, a lot of waste. So just kind of saturation is going on. So if we don't have a strong enough metabolism, we can't handle it and we collapse. We have what is called a nervous system breakdown, okay? An emotional breakdown, a mental breakdown, a physical breakdown, because we just don't have the strength, we don't have the caliber. So this can calibrate us to a stronger, we could call it just an auric field immune system. or we could call it a nervous system, immune system, where we have this ability at really deflecting things that we don't need to take in at all whatsoever, either it's a mental thing, emotional thing, a physical thing, a sensual thing, and to allow ourselves, when we are in environments, okay, that we can be able to process, you could say the excess, the saturation, the waste, even the negativity, with a sense of, you know, I can handle it, I can process it, okay? I can prevail over it. So that's what we want. We want our system to be so magnetic, so energetic, that any sort of thing that may want to put us in a roller coaster or a whirlwind, mentally, emotionally, physically, we have the caliber to prevail over that. So our energy field becomes more dominant than the whole commotional dilemma and fantasies that are everywhere out there. Okay, this whole complication, we have it within us to really prevail over that and have a tool in which we can kind of refine the system when we're feeling like we're getting depleted, when we feel like we're getting very weakened by our environment. Okay, so we have a strong energetic space, a strong subtle body, and therefore we are able to kind of go out there, you know, and experiment with life, try things, you know, kind of thing, without feeling like really like pressured and like challenged, where challenge becomes this like this pouting, complaining person. We want challenge to be this complimenting, like, okay, you know, I have the sovereignty of the subtle body to be able to take that challenge, to take whatever that sort of environment is asking for and actually succeed with it, okay? To succeed with that. So whatever we're trying to do, it's going to require a lot of energy. So the very fact that we complain a lot about, oh, you know, this ain't working out, or, oh, you know, that's not working out, oh, so I'm waiting forever, is because we don't have the energy to actually apply ourselves into that situation, into whatever desire, intent, or command we have. We just don't have the command language to actually kind of put it ourselves into embodiment. You know what I'm saying? So we all have, you know, these daydreams, and we're all, you know, inspired to basically become this sort of embodiment, but we just don't have the energetic caliber to actually spark it up. We have to spark it up. If you want any sort of change or realization, you got to spark it up. The swamps of your blocked energy is not going to spark anything up. You have to ignite it. You have to ignite it, and then you got to channel it. You got to channel that energy. Okay. We talk about through that Kundalini, the spiraling into, we call it the upper house. We call it the visionary house, where we're actually using that energy for something creative, for something productive, for something constructive, where we feel like we're actually creating an embodiment rather than just kind of spilling our flame everywhere because we just don't know what to do. We don't have the consolidation of these 7 chambers to actually be able to kind of like, okay, organize ourselves so that we can actually become an embodiment of something that has depth, of something that has an authentic resonance, rather than just kind of like, we're all sort of scrambled, okay? That's what these energy practices for, to help us really get consolidated with each chamber of our being, the navel being kind of the generating machine. We got to spark it up so that we can kind of get some flame in these other areas of our being, such as the throat chakra, the heart chakra. We could say the chamber of the visionary self. Okay, we can talk about that, you know, that upper chakra range. We need energy for it. We need to spark it up, so that when we have that spark, when we have that energy flame, and it's being channeled, it's being calibrated, it's being consolidated, well, then we have a command, language. We have a sense of direction. We have a sense of propulsion. We have a sense of organization, an intuitive organization. And that's ultimately what we want. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to connect with the Hara again. So we're going to have the hands in Venus lock. Just here, kind of, you can see like you have a womb, either, particularly if you're a female. If you're a man, you can just kind of think of yourself as being a space holder for a woman. who has a womb, as we all do. Hara, hara. Hara, hara, hara. So this time we're gonna go hara, 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 hara. 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 So my tongue is kind of rolled back. So it's kind of like pressing, bouncing off of the back upper palate. Hara, 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 hara. 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 Hara, hara, hara 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 hara. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to continue with hara, but we're going to come down into I like to call like the birth position. Now if you can't come all the way down, just kind of do what you can, okay? Even if you need to kind of come up like this, okay? Or even kind of come like this with kind of the pelvic tucked in, okay? So butt not out, pelvic kind of tucked in, okay? So you don't want your knees over your toes. So find that kind of alignment. And we're just going to place our hands on the ground. Hara 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 hara, 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 hara 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 hara. Inhale. Place that intention into Mother Earth. Open the hips, open the birth canal so that you can actually experience your tangible alchemy. Open the birth canal so that desire, that intent can actually come through you. And then just come seated. Ooh. So I have, and we're just going to tune out with one long sat nam. Okay. So just take a moment to feel it, the adjustment. So rub the hands together at the chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Sa. Satnam, bow to yourself. Okay, so this set is very good for that creative energy. Okay, which I like to say about that Aries. You know, kind of the next frontier. You know, Aries is the first in the zodiac, and Aries is very much at the front line. Okay, so if they ask you, Aries, to take the river path or take the path of lightning, Aries is always about lightning. Aries is about challenging oneself, challenging one's potential, and having the charisma, okay, and that we say that enthusiasm to see it through. So when the journey of the lightning path gets kind of, you know, hairy, as Aries, kind of things get hairy out there in the battle. Aries always has that ingenuity of enthusiasm, okay, to find avenues within self, because Aries is about self, to find avenues within the self that can help them to break through whatever sort of limitation. So Aries is always about kind of the pioneer. It's always about breaking through limitation. And Aries also represents that birth canal. So that womb, you can talk about the vagina, okay, the entryway to life. So just like spring, we see this fertility, this abundance coming. The next frontier is arising. So this set is really good at, I like to say, creating that fire of endurance as well as that fire of enthusiasm. Okay, so yes. So with that fire, we need, again, like endurance. You know, Aries learns that from Taurus. Taurus teaches Aries well to have endurance. So with the flame, when we kind of get out of control with that flame, we get too revolutionary, where we're not seeing what we're doing, we're not very organized, everything is just kind of like running wild. This sort of practice of really concentrating our energy, you could say even concentrating it into movement, can really organize ourselves physically, where we are literally able to move that energy towards kind of areas that we need to